Lift this ring. It's like a pair of like medieval handcuffs or something. Here, let's look. As soon as I close the lid, I saw some of that. Wow, that's actually pretty good. That's not bad at all. Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm taking a look at a product that I've had many requests for over the years. It's been around for at least a decade, and that is the Hamilton Beach Breakfast Sandwich Maker. It's a popular item. It's been around for a long time. I've always wanted to try it, so today I'm testing it out to see how I like it. It's pretty popular, so I have high hopes for it. So let's get started in today's video. First up, let's take a look back at the unboxing and see how that went. All right, let's take a look at the Hamilton Beach Breakfast Sandwich Maker. This has been around for about a decade now, so I still get requests for it, even though it's probably almost a vintage item at this point. A lot of people still seem interested in it, so let's see how it works. It currently has a 4.4 star rating on Amazon among over 27,000 ratings, and it's an Amazon's choice. It usually sells for about 30 bucks. I got to find it on sale for 24 at a local Target. They say you can create custom sandwiches in minutes. You can choose your favorite bread, cheese, eggs, meats, and more. They say it's easy to clean, dishwasher safe. Nice, big instructions. You gotta read those over. Most people in the comments seem to really like this. Most people say that it takes a couple times to get used to it, but once you do, it works pretty well. A lot of people also say it's easy to clean, although some people said it wasn't easy to clean. The main complaint I've seen is people say that eggs sometimes spill out of the side, so we'll see how that goes. Gonna read these instructions over and then get started. So now it was time for my first sandwich. I wanted to follow the instructions exactly as is, at least the first time, and here's how that went. Step number one is to open it up and spray the rings with cooking spray. This comes out here pretty easily. The entire unit just kind of lifts out. Goes back in easily. So let me spray these and then we'll plug it in, because there's no on-off button. As soon as you plug it in, it's on. Plugging in the Hamilton Beach Sandwich Maker. Oh, it beeped. You're supposed to keep that closed and it's going to preheat right now. Aha, the green light just came on. So now, see how hot this is. It's not too hot to touch yet. So we're going to open this entire thing up. And in here, we're going to place the bottom of the English muffin. And we're supposed to top it with Canadian bacon and a slice of cheese, which is square, which that's going to be interesting. Now we'll lower this one so we expose the top ring. They say puncture it with a fork. All right, and top it with the top bun gently and close it gently, and now we wait. We're going to go 5 minutes. Cross our fingers that it doesn't start spilling out of the side like some people said would happen. Here we go, wait 5 minutes, see what happens. 1 minute in, and I don't see anything on the sides, but I do see some egg back there, which, is that a big deal? I don't know, maybe it's not a big deal. This side's looking pretty good, but just got a little bit of egg back there. I was expecting a lot worse, so I mean, maybe my expectations were just low for the egg to spill out. When it gets down to a minute, it starts counting down by the seconds. That's kind of nice. People online said it takes a couple of tries. This is my first try, so if it comes out a disaster, we'll keep trying. All right, there we go. Rotate this handle all the way this way. Lift the cover. Lift the rings. Lift this ring. Oh, it's falling apart, but maybe it's gonna work. Let's see. This is my first attempt. This is it. Okay, the egg is, I was wondering if the egg was gonna be cooked. The egg is cooked and the cheese is very melted. Let me let this cool for a second and then take a bite. Now the sandwich maker itself, there's definitely some cheese in there and some eggs. So when this cools down, I'll rinse this off and we'll try another one. All right, now this had a chance to cool off a little bit. Let's take a closer look. Now the bottom of the English muffin is nicely toasted. I'm a pretty big fan of the Egg McMuffins and the breakfast sandwiches, so let's see how this compares. Wow, that's actually pretty good. That's not bad at all. I have no complaints about this. It's pretty good. Now let's see how easy the rings are to clean off. Seems like it's cleaning up pretty easily, so that's good. It's like a pair of like medieval handcuffs or something, but it's a breakfast sandwich maker. We're going on to the next sandwich. All right, this looks like it's gonna clean up pretty easily. Just gotta take that little chunk out, wipe it down, and we're good to go. So my first use right out of the gate was pretty good. So I wanted to try another sandwich, the sausage variety this time, and here's how that went. All right, I've got it cleaned off. I've got it sprayed with cooking spray. I'm gonna try another one with sausage this time and see how that turns out. All right, it's done preheating. Before I load this up, let me see how hot this actually gets. It's a crisp 260 in there, so it's nice and warm. Let's load it up. First up, the English muffin bottom. Then I've got a room temperature piece of sausage. And this time I cut this cheese down to a circle to see if that works better. All right, now close this up. Close it up. And now we wait. As soon as I close the lid, I saw some of that. We got some coming out of the front as well. So this is a little bit worse egg experience than the last time. We're just about to finish up this sausage breakfast sandwich to see how it looks. These don't feel too hot. I know you're supposed to wear an oven mitt, but it doesn't feel too hot to me. Warm, but not too hot. And, well, that looks done. All right, so we're supposed to slide this over. Raise this up. It looks done. It sounds done. It smells done. Oh, crap. Didn't expect that to happen. Well, that cheese is very hot and melted. An on-off switch would be nice, but I guess I'm nitpicking here. Let's look. Wow, did not expect that either. But let's let this sit and see how it turned out. All right, here's the final product. That cheese just melted right off of the sausage. I guess it's time for the taste test and see how it turned out. I think I might add the cheese toward the end of the cycle instead of letting it melt so much. That's my only real complaint about it, but otherwise it seems like it's turned out pretty good. All right, well, everything's perfectly cooked. Everything tastes good, so I'm happy about this. All right, so I'm gonna do one more recipe out of the book, and then I'm gonna try going over the stove and seeing how fast I can make a breakfast sandwich without this machine and compare the process. So next up, it's gonna be the pancake and sausage sandwich. Let's try it. All right, it's preheating. I sprayed the plates again. I'm gonna try their recipe for pancakes and sausage sandwich. Now this recipe calls for 2 4-inch frozen pancakes, which I have here, but I had to cut these down to size. I couldn't find 4-inch pancakes, so I just cut them. Is that cheating? I don't know. It also calls for 1 egg and a pre-cooked sausage patty. 1 pancake goes in the bottom, and then the sausage goes on top of that. Lower the cooking plate. Topped with another pancake. It's kind of floating there. All right, I'm gonna go 5 minutes, see what happens. All right, it's done. Let's take a look and see what we got here. All right, well, that looks pretty nice. So let's slide this over and open it up. All right, I guess it looks nice. Let's see. Oh, it slides. It's sliding. And here's what we got. That is an interesting one. Egg pancake sausage. All right, well, you're supposed to eat this with syrup. I'm not sure I really want that, but I'm gonna try it anyways. I'm not usually one to have syrup and my sausage together like some people do. I guess it's just a difference in taste, but I'm gonna try it anyways. The good news and bad news. The good news is that everything is perfectly cooked. I think it did a great job. The bad news is I'm not really fond of that particular combination, but it was very well cooked. So I can see how people want to tailor this to their own use, so I made another sandwich, and this time I did everything the same except for I left the cheese out until the very end. So now I'm gonna just gently drop the cheese on here. Oh, it does slide around when you first take it out of there. And here's what we got. The cheese is much gooier, not quite as melted. See, the cheese is much gooier like this when I add it later. Not quite as melted. So that's gonna be my technique from now on. Add the cheese at the end so it's more gooey. Your cheese goo mileage may vary. So the way that I usually make breakfast sandwiches, or I'll use an egg ring and make an egg in that in one pan, I'll fry up the Canadian bacon in another, and I'll put the English muffin in my toaster and compile it all when I'm done. It really isn't that hard the way I do it, but for comparison's sake, here's how I make my breakfast sandwiches. The way I usually make these breakfast sandwiches, I got the treacherous trio right here. I've got the egg with the egg ring in my Granite Stone Pro pan. I've got, well, I'd probably make more than just one piece, but I do have Canadian bacon here warming up in the Emerald pan, and then my Revolution toaster is ready for the English muffin, which we're gonna do right now. See you in a minute. Once these are all done, then I just compile them and add the cheese. Canadian bacon's done. English muffin is done. This is the order they put them on, but I'm gonna put the cheese on top. Right on top of the egg. And there we go. What do you guys think? I have to admit, mine is very pretty. Mine's a very attractive looking egg sandwich. But I also had to use 3 different things in the kitchen as opposed to just one. Although I do like the way mine looks. So in the end, I can see why people like the Hamilton Beach breakfast sandwich. It's easy to use, it's easy to clean, it's compact, and it does exactly what it's supposed to. I should also point out they have another version of these that's just double wide, so you can make 2 sandwiches at the same time. I really have no complaints about it other than the fact that sometimes the egg comes out the side, but it's still pretty easy to clean even when that happens. So I do like this product, and I think I'm gonna keep using it. I think. But if you've tried it, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.